Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto was the son of Thanatos? Part 4, the last part. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. Because you're my friend, Riz-chan. I'm willing to go to the deepest pits in the underworld, willing to go to the tops of Olympus, willing to go to the deepest parts of the oceans for my friends. I don't care who stands in my way, I will always protect my friends. Olympus could be burning, and I would only care about my friend's safety. For Olympus can be rebuilt, friendships can't. Naruto says with passion and confidence. Claris's cheeks redden at the lengths that Naruto is willing to take for his friends. Willing to let the world burn for the safety of his friends. For the world can be rebuilt, but people can't. The makings of a great leader that cares for his people, and not for power. You didn't have to protect me, Naruto, says Claris, as she turns her head away from the blonde. I know, but I couldn't just stand there while Ares talked to you like that. I guess it has to do with who my mom is, said Naruto. They head up to the deck. Claris takes a pair of binoculars from the zombie officer and peer toward the horizon. At last, Captain, full steam ahead. Claris orders. The engine groaned as the ship increased in speed. Tyson mutters something about the strain is too much and that the ship wasn't made for deep water. A massive rock rises out of the waters, creating a 100-foot cliff to the north. The clouds darken with the sound of thunder to the south. Hurricane? Asked Annabeth. If it were that simple. Charybdis, answered Naruto. Charybdis was once a beautiful maid who was the daughter of Poseidon and Gaia. During the feud between Zeus and Poseidon, Charybdis rode waves after Poseidon stirred up storms to take beaches, villages, fields, and forests to be claimed by the sea. Zeus became so enraged that he turned her into a monster forever. Are you crazy? Annabeth shouted, as she pales. Only way into the sea of monsters. Straight between Charybdis and her sister Scylla, said Claris. Scylla was once a beautiful nymph. The sea god Glaucus fell madly in love, but she fled to land where he could not go. Glaucus went to the sorcerer Circe to ask her for a love potion to melt Scylla's heart. The sea god told Circe his story with the sorceress falling in love with him. She wooed him with sweet words and her looks, but Glaucus was set for only Scylla. Furious with Scylla because she couldn't get Glaucus to fall for her, took a vial of powerful poison and poured it in the pool where Scylla bathed. As soon as the nymph entered the pool, transformed into what she is now. What do you mean the only way? The sea is wide open. Just sail around them, Percy says. Claris rolls her eyes. Don't you know anything? If I tried to sail around them, they would just appear in my path again. If you want to get into the sea of monsters, you have to sail through them, answered Claris. What about the crashing rocks? That's another gateway. Jason used it, said Annabeth. Jason and the Argonauts only survive because of the protection from hair. Even with the protection, they use speed to quickly get by. This ship doesn't have that speed from the sounds the engine is giving off, answered Naruto. Annabeth blushes for forgetting about that information about Jason. Set course for Charybdis, orders Claris. Aye, laddie. The engine groans louder. The whole ship shakes from the engine, as though the ship is fixing to fall apart. Claris, Charybdis sucks up the sea. Isn't it the story? Asked Percy. 3 times a day, said Naruto. Claris gives Naruto a stench eye, and spits it back out again. Yeah. What about Scylla? She lives in a cave, up on those cliffs. If we get too close, her snaky heads will come down and start plucking sailors off the ship, answered Claris. No? If Scylla doesn't get her easy meat, she might pick up the whole ship. Besides, she's too high to make a good target. My cannons can't shoot straight up. Charybdis just sits there at the center of her whirlpool. We're going to steam straight towards her, train our guns on her, and blow her to Tartarus, yelled Claris. Percy seemed to relax a bit when Claris said that. Naruto groans about Claris forgetting that Odysseus had to make a choice between Charybdis or Scylla. Lost a whole ship, or only a few men. Odyssey chose to sacrifice his men so he would have a ship. Naruto knew that Claris cared for anyone under her command. She's willing to sacrifice the whole ship to make sure that everyone is safe. The winds picked up as they drew closer. The red Ares flag whips in the wind. Charybdis's breathing can be heard. Inhaling draws the ship in further, exhaling causes 10-foot waves. Every 3 minutes Charybdis would inhale everything within a half-a-mile radius. In order to be out of the radius would put the ship right next to the cliffs. Charybdis roars, creating a vortex. Full reverse. Get us within firing range. Make ready starboard cannons. Claris screams over the roar. The ship strains from full steam ahead to full reverse. The propeller tried to slow the ship down, but the ship kept sliding towards the center, towards Charybdis. One of the sailors burst onto the deck. His uniform was smoking, and his beard was on fire. Boiler room overheating, ma'am. She's going to blow. Well, get down there and fix it, orders Claris. Can't. We're vaporizing in the heat. Claris hits the railing. All I need is a few more minutes. Just enough to get in range. We're going in too fast. Prepare yourself for death. No? I can fix it, says Tyson. Clarice turned her head to Tyson. You questioned the Daughter of War. He's a Cyclops. He's immune to fire. And he knows mechanics, said Annabeth. Go, orders Clarice. Tyson, no. Percy grabs his arm. It's too dangerous, says Percy. Tyson pats Percy's hand. Only way, brother. I will fix it. Be right back, said Tyson before he heads down below. The ship was close enough to Charybdis, a black crag of coral just below the surface. The large teeth all jagged with fish and driftwood stuck between them. The mouth wide open, sucking in sharks, skulls of fish, and a giant squid. Lady Clarice, starboard and forward guns are in range. Fire, ordered Clarice. The sound of thunder echoes threefolds. One of the cannonballs hit Charybdis's teeth, another went into the depths of her maw, and the last hits some debris and bounces back, killing the Ares flag. Again, orders Clarice. The gunners reload the cannons. As they were, the sound of the engine became stronger and didn't sound like it's fixing to give out. The ship starts to pull away from Charybdis. Tyson did it, Annabeth said. Wait, we need to stay close, says Clarice. We'll die. We have to move away. Chan, Percy's right. We have to leave while we can, said Naruto. Charybdis shuts her mouth, then water washes over her. It was calm, then chaos came. Charybdis ejected everything she sucked up. When she did, a 40-foot wave hit the ship, causing it to be hurled towards the cliffs. A sailor ran up from the hold. The engine is about to blow. Where's Tyson? Percy demands. Still down there, holding it together somehow, though I don't know for how much longer. We have to abandon ship, says the captain. No, yelled Clarice. We have no choice, laddie. The hull is already cracking apart. She can't. The captain became another victim of Scylla. Strange enough, his leather boots were all that remained. Scylla, yelled one of the sailors. Another one of Scylla's had shot out, taking the sailor. It happened so fast there was really nothing they could do. Percy takes out his sword Riptide and takes a swing at another head and misses. Everyone get below, yelled Percy. We can't. Clarice drew her sword. Below deck is in flames. Get to the lifeboats, yelled Naruto as he runs over to the lifeboats. They'll never get clear of the cliffs. We'll all be eaten, said Clarice. We don't have much of an option. We can defend against Scylla, then we can Charybdis, yelled Naruto. Clarice and a few of the undead sailors uncovered one of the lifeboats. Naruto looks over to see Percy kiss Annabeth what to be a thermos before heading towards the hatch below deck. Percy never made it, as Scylla picked him up. The son of Poseidon stabbed Scylla in the eye, letting him go. But it didn't matter, as the ironclad exploded. The fire didn't harm Naruto, but the force of the explosion knocked him overboard, with him blacking out. Naruto groans as he slowly opens his eyes. His vision clears up as the ceiling comes into focus, rubbing his head a bit as he tries to sit up. Muscles ache from not sleeping well for the past few days. The blonde looks around as his mind finally wakes up. The room is Spartan, with just a bed, dresser, and a nightstand. Naruto feels a breeze as he notices an open window that is gently blowing the curtain. Standing from the bed, the blonde looks down. Clad in only his boxers, he looks around for his clothes, armor, and equipment. He searched through the drawers only to find them empty. No clothes or weapons in a strange place that could be hostile. The blonde looks at the window, which is becoming a quick exit if things go south. The only door in the room opens up. A woman walks through it and sees that Naruto is awake and up. She has short sandy blonde hair with bright blue eyes. Her skin tone gives away that she spends most of her time outside in the sun. She is wearing mostly animal pelts for clothing. Oh, hello, she says in a cheerful voice. I was afraid that Thanatos came for your soul. Where am I? Naruto asks. Oh, you're on the Isle of Lemnos. My name is Lilian. What's your name? Lilian asked. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto answered. The Isle of Lemnos sounded so familiar, but Naruto couldn't put his finger on it. It was right there on the tip of his tongue, but I couldn't grasp it. All he remembers is that Jason visited the isle during his journey for the Golden Fleece. Where are my things? Asked Naruto. Oh, they're being cleaned. You washed up on shore only a few hours ago. The king wanted to see you when you woke up. Please follow me, said Lilian. Can't I have some clothes? I'm just in my boxers, said Naruto. Naruto doesn't like standing in his boxers in front of people he doesn't know. He was only willingly to get undressed for doctors, but that was it. Lilian leaves to only come back with a toga. Naruto's left eye twitches at the sight of the toga. I'm sorry, but I am not wearing that. I'd gladly walk around in my boxers, thank you very much, stated Naruto. He looks down, then at the toga, then back down. The son of Hestia just sighs, grabs the toga, and puts it around his waist. Naruto isn't liking this at all. First he doesn't know where Clarice, Percy, Annabeth, or Tyson are. Then he wakes up on an isle that took his clothes, armor, and weapons. Finally now he has to wear a toga. Worst day ever. They go outside, and onto the street. Naruto gets a good look at the buildings. Most of the buildings are made out of marble, stone, and clay. It reminds him of the pictures of Greece that he'd seen while studying, but instead of being ruins, look like they were just built the other day. The people are wearing togas and animal pelts. Everyone was going about their business. What caught Naruto's attention was that everyone looked like they were 19 and younger. No one was older than 20. He looks over to Lily-Ann and notices that she looks to be maybe 15. Where are the adults? Asks Naruto. Adults? You mean the ones before? Asks Lily-Ann. The ones before? The adults, you know, the parents for everyone here, said Naruto. Anyone that is 18 must have at least one child before they are sacrificed to our King Ball, answered Lily-Ann. Ball? Naruto whispers, trying to remember that name, and also filing away the sacrificing part for later. They arrived at the palace. The palace itself is quite large, mostly being made out of freshly polished marble. Armed guards are at each end of the corridors, wearing gold armor, wielding large shields with a symbol of a bull, and holding golden-tipped spears. Each of the guards looks to be 19 years old. They enter the throne room of the King of Lemnos. A boy sat on top of a throne. Naruto knew he was standing in front of a god, because his instincts flared up. The king doesn't look to be a 14-year-old boy. The boy has short brown hair, dull brown eyes, like he doesn't truly care to be there, and he looks like he hasn't eaten lately. Lily-Ann kneels down. Your Majesty, I have brought you the boy that washed up onto shore only a few hours ago, says Lily-Ann. Yes, I can see that. Tell me, who are you, if I may ask? It's only polite that you give me your name first, Naruto stated. The king smirks. I'm King Ball, King of Lemnos. Naruto's eyes widened, as he finally remembered about the Isle of Lemnos. Lemnos was cursed because the women didn't properly worship Aphrodite. The goddess of love cursed the women to smell so bad that their husbands abandoned them for Thracian women, and in return the women killed all of the men during one night. The only survivor was the old King Thoas, because his daughter didn't wish for her father to die. Hypsipyle became queen, and ruled Lemnos until Jason arrived with his Argonauts during the journey for the Golden Fleece. Jason stayed on Lemnos for 2 years, and gave Hypsipyle twins, 2 sons. But then the son of Hestia remembers who Baal is, otherwise known as Molitor Baal of Carthage. The worship of Baal was called Baal-Hamon, which called forth the sacrifices of children, so the crops could grow that year. The nobles would buy children from poor families, forcing the mothers to watch, as their child's throats would be slit without crying or moaning for their loss. It continued till Roman sacked Carthage, burning it to the ground with nothing remaining. Sitting there in his throne with that smug look on his face, rage builds inside of Naruto's chest, as this false god sits before him, demanding for the death of children, taking them away from their families, forcing mothers to watch. Kill him. Kubi roared from inside Naruto's mind. The blonde was very tempted to listen to the fox. But Naruto knew that he couldn't just kill Ball. For the blonde knew that he wasn't strong enough, and that he needed his stuff first. Naruto thinks of ways to hit Ball that would cause everyone on Lemnos to rise up against him. I am Uzumaki Naruto, son of Hestia, yelled Naruto. All the guards and servants heard Naruto. The son of Hestia is standing in front of them, for they know that Hestia is a goddess of family, and being one of the 3 virgin maidens. Ball was taken aback by this. For Hestia, one of the virgin goddesses, to have a child didn't look too good for him. He knew he had to play this out just right. Why are you here? The god of fertility asked. I was sent on a quest to find an island thought to be lost, answered Naruto. There was no way in Hades was Naruto going to tell the location of the Golden Fleece. It's bad enough that they have to fight a Cyclops to get the fleece, he didn't need another trying to get it, as well. An island that was thought to be lost. Yet another quest for another demigod to be killed, one, says Ball. Says the child killer, Naruto says bitterly. What was that? Demands Ball. Naruto could usually hold back his anger, but not this time. What Ball does to families draws the line. As the son of Hestia, the goddess of family will not stand for it. His mother may not say anything, but the blonde wants nothing more than to kill Ball in the most painful way. I challenge you, Ball. For destroying families just so that crops may grow, I'll lend you terror. The gods should have destroyed you, and locked you up in Tartarus for all eternity. Naruto. You insulting brat. Guards take him to the arena. Orders Ball, as 2 guards come from behind Naruto, and grab his arms. Naruto lets them take him. He wasn't going to waste chakra on escaping, and the blonde still doesn't know where his stuff is located. But Naruto knew with them taking him to the arena they have to give him weapons to have a fair fight. That's when he'll most likely get his stuff back. The son of Hestia is placed in a cell underneath the arena. He can hear the cries of the people cheering above his head. It surprised him that everyone came to the arena so quickly. With nothing better to truly do, the blonde just sits down. After a few minutes, Lily-Ann came to the cell carrying a bag. I have been ordered to bring this to you, said Lily-Ann. She sits the bag inside the cell. Naruto grabs the bag and opens it up. All of his stuff is inside it. Taking the toga off and quickly putting his clothes and armor on, he quickly checks to see if all of his equipment is there. Why are you doing this? Asked Lily-Ann. Because of who my mother is. She is the goddess of family. What Baldos goes against everything that she protects. It makes me so angry. I just lost control, that bastard is going to die. Growls Naruto. Lilian doesn't know what to say. All her life she followed and worshipped Ball. She watched as those who turned 20 were sacrificed. She herself only had 2 more years before she had to have a child. Lilian was hoping that Naruto would agree to stay and be the father of her child, but now it doesn't seem that way. I can see the look on your face that you don't like this, says Naruto, as he tightens his forearm guard. I was going to ask you to stay here on Lemnos. You see, I'm 16, and in 2 years I would have to give birth to a child. I was hoping that you would be the father, says Lilian. Naruto blushes. I'm sorry, but I would have to decline. I wouldn't have been able to stay anyway. I have to finish this quest and protect my home. But know this, after I'm done with Ball, you'll be able to have a child and see your grandchild. You have my word, and that's Nindo. Naruto claims proudly. Guards came and took Naruto to the arena. A bridge slides out and connects to the column in the middle of the arena that's surrounded by iron spikes 100 feet below. Naruto walks across the bridge and waits on the column, which acts as a ring for fighting. The bridge slides back and another bridge slides out from the other side. Ball is sitting with a front row view, standing up from his throne with a smug look on his face. People of Lemnos. The people of Lemnos cheer for their king. We have a demigod that wishes to change our way of life. He wants my death so that our crops won't grow, says Ball. The boss started, not the first time I'd heard boos. This is like the Chunin exam all over again. Naruto smirks, they'll be shocked and surprised. Cracking his knocks, who is the first to fall? Naruto asked. People of Lemnos. Our great beast hasn't eaten for some time. Release the beast, orders Ball. The crowd cheers, thundering throughout the arena. Naruto waits for whatever creature that makes its appearance. The wait almost became unbearable. Then a small orange cat walks across the bridge. When the cat made it to the column, the bridge behind it slid back. Staring at the cat. There was only one cat that Naruto could think of, and this wasn't the one he'd wanted to fight. But soon those thoughts were dashed, as flames burst and envelops the cat. When the flames died down, there was no cat, but a lion. A 3-story tall lion with shining golden fur with its mane made out of fire. Oh, that's badass. Naruto stated. Oh, Naruto had seen some strange stuff, but that takes a cake. Seeing a cat walk out to fight him was disappointing, but then it transformed. Sure, the orange fur was cool and all, but now it was a huge lion with fire as a mane. I give you Mios, son of Mas. Ball shouted, causing everyone to cheer. Mas? Isn't that an Egyptian name? Is it possible that there are more than one pantheon? Naruto thought, as he took a few steps back from Mios. Pumping chakra through his leather band, Zepion finds out, and his sword appears in his hand. Mios growls at Naruto's bronze sword. This made the blonde wonder why the lion doesn't like his sword. Only monsters growl at celestial bronze weapons, for it is the only thing that can kill them. This lion stares at it not out of hate, but fear. Slowly kneels down, and lowers his sword to the ground. Mios keeps his eyes on the sword. Naruto slowly stands back up, and backs away from his sword. Mios walks forward toward the sword. When Mios gets to Naruto's sword, he sniffs it before he bats the sword off, and over the edge. Shocked and stunned, that was a gift from Riz-chan looking at the lion. Why? Asked Naruto. Mios stares into Naruto's eyes. A connection is made. Naruto sees an image of a man with a lion for a head standing over Mios when he was a cub, making the connection that the man is Mas, Mios' father. Then the image changes to Ball throwing a net over Mios one day, capturing him. Ever since then, Mios has been forced to fight with the only meals he gets to eat are those he was to fight against. If Mios didn't fight properly in his fights, he would be punished by being hit with celestial bronze weapons. You like me? You're being forced to do this. I'll protect you. I'll save you. The son of Hesha turned to Ball. I challenged you, Ball. And this is how you accept my challenge. I guess a god fears a demigod, yelled Naruto. Now the blonde forced Ball into a corner. By challenging him in public like he did, the child killer now has to accept his challenge. Ball narrows his eyes at Naruto. Ball now has to accept his challenge, or his people will think that he isn't that powerful for a demigod to call him out like that. Ball stands up from his throne. You want to fight? Then defeat my champion, then you can fight me, shouted Ball. The crowd goes wild at the announcement of a champion fighting. Mios bursts into flames, and he changes back into his cat form. The column starts to turn. 6 stone slabs rise from the edge into the sky. Iron spikes come out of the stone slabs, and railings rise, creating a ring. The column stops spinning. The bridge slides out from the other side. Mios walks down the bridge, and disappears into the darkness created by the stands above. I give you your champion. Hector, son of Heracles, announced Ball. Shit, frowns Naruto. Of course Naruto read about Heracles. The son of Zeus was, and still is, the great hero that ever came. The stories of his 12 labors, the search for the Golden Fleece, and his part in the Trojan War. Naruto has a feeling that he very may die in this fight. The ground shakes, and comes forth a giant of a man, easily standing 7 feet tall with muscles that would put any of the Ares kids to shame. He is wearing a lion-shaped helm, shoulder-plated lion claws, leaving his chest bare showing off a clawed scar, ripped shorts that were once pants, and sandals. Behind Hector are 2 servants that each are struggling to hold massive gauntlets. Hector turns around, places his hands into the gauntlets, and lifts them with ease. The 2 servants quickly run across the bridge before it slides back, leaving only Naruto and Hector on the column. Hector turns around and stares at Naruto. "Hello, cousin," says Hector. Naruto keeps his eyes, as gauntlets for now he has a better view of them. A sneering lion at the front of the gauntlet of each one with short curved spikes like mane, surrounds the rest of the gauntlet. "I am my father's favorite son. He tasked me with the labor which he did in his youth. This is my final labor before I become his champion. With your death, I will stand before him like a god," said Hector. "Wow, I get to fight a dick. Fuck me. No, don't fuck me. I don't swing that way. You might, but I don't," says Naruto. Hector growls at Naruto. "I will enjoy crushing you," yelled Hector. "You must have a small dick. I don't know why these words are coming out of my mouth. When I see you, I just want to insult you. I can only imagine what it would be like to be in front of Herc the jerk," Naruto says without a care in the world. Naruto really doesn't know what he is insulting Hector or Heracles. Sure, he read the stories, and came to the conclusion that he doesn't like Heracles. Sure, he did these labors that were thought to be impossible to do, but he sounded like an ass. Chiron keeps documents that say what really happened on the quest that the hero went on. The old trainer doesn't let anyone read them, but the blonde broke into his office, and read them anyway. That's how he found out about so. Naruto may not like Heracles that much, but he did feel that Heracles was cheated by Eurystheus with 2 of the labors. Having helped to slay the Lernaean Hydra, and getting paid to clean the Augean stables. Having help is not cheating, because with a helping hand one can be stronger than by oneself. And getting paid to clean stables doesn't seem that bad. Naruto remembers he was paid to do dangerous missions outside of Konoha. "So, how are we going to fight?" asks Naruto. "Ha! That's too easy. We'll be fighting to the death. Lord Ball will then name my his right hand after I kill you," Hector proudly proclaimed. "Wow, I usually don't kill, but listening to you, I have a very strong urge to kill you," a deadpan Naruto says. Hector doesn't even wait for the death fight to begin, and charges Naruto. The blonde quickly leaps over Hector, and throws one of his kunai. The kunai bounces off of Hector's back. Naruto's eyes whitened when he saw that. "You may be wondering why your knife didn't pierce my skin. My armor is enchanted that I will never get hurt," stated Hector. Naruto pumps chakra through Epyon to make heat rod extend out. The chain whip becomes bright red which burns into the floor. Naruto whips the chain at Hector who just blocks it with his gauntlet, quickly redirecting the chain whip to hit Hector's shoulder which does nothing. Hector grabs the chain whip and pulls Naruto towards him. The son of Hestia twists his body in midair where his feet are first. Stomping on Hector's face causes him to stumble back. Taking advantage of this, Naruto stomps Hector's right knee causing him to take a knee, ramming his shoulder into Hector, and rams into the iron spikes behind him. Naruto grabs shoulder plates with chakra-infused hands to rip them off. Hector quickly shoves Naruto back, and pulls himself off the iron spikes. Blood runs down his back from the new injuries. This of course shows Naruto that Hector can be hurt. To show that someone can die, all you have to do is show them that someone can bleed. Hector charges Naruto swinging his fists. Since Naruto is smaller than Hector, the blonde easily dodges Hector's assault. The son of Heracles hits the floor, causing a shockwave to hit Naruto into the railing. Hector rushes Naruto, and hammers into the blonde's chest and stomach. Naruto kicks Hector in the balls, and shoves him back, getting a breather before he pukes up blood. Checking his ribs, and winces at a cracked or most likely a broken rib, and bruised organs. But that didn't matter since the blonde can feel the Kyuubi healing his ribs already. Hector stands upright, and glares at Naruto with hate-filled eyes that promise a slow and painful death. "I will enjoy crushing your skull beneath my foot," yelled Hector. Naruto snaps his arm sharply, whipping his chain whip across the floor, forcing the tile to become loose. Hector loses his footing from the unstable flooring, and takes a knee. Naruto rams into Hector, pushing him into another set of iron spikes. The son of Hestia grabs a pair of iron spikes just above Hector. He jumps up, and pours chakra into his feet, as he swings his body down, stamping on Hector's helmet, then with another chakra-infused stomp breaks Hector's helmet. Standing up, and throwing his broken helmet at Naruto, armor is for the weak. Hector slams his fists into the floor causing it to shake, but Naruto sticks to the floor with chakra in his feet. Rushing Naruto once more slams into him, sending the blonde to crash into the railing. The son of Hestia quickly gets away from the railing before Hector can get to him, and pounds into his ribs again. Naruto whips his chain whip at Hector, wrapping it around one of Hector's gauntlets. The son of Heracles pulls Naruto, and slams him into the floor, rolling between Hector's legs, and once more kicks the brute in the balls. Some would say that's fighting dirty, but Naruto is a shinobi, and the shinobi don't fight by the rules. Getting pissed by the nut shots made the son of Heracles slam his fists into the floor multiple times. Naruto didn't really have to worry about losing his balance. The blonde runs over to Hector and socks him in the jaw. Hector recovers and hits his gauntlets together, causing a high-pitched ring and blinding light. When Naruto's vision returned and the ringing in his ears died down, Hector was encouraging the crowd to cheer more and louder. Naruto takes out one of his kunai and runs over to Hector. The blonde punches Hector in the kidney, then stabs him in the right triceps and twists the blade. The gauntlet slips off. Naruto quickly Spartan kicks Hector away. The son of Hesha puts his right hand into the gauntlet and lifts it up. He struggles since he wasn't expecting the gauntlet to weigh so much. Hector raises his fist to smash Naruto, but the blonde beats it to him and punches the brute with the gauntlet. The son of Heracles loses his other gauntlet and Naruto claims it. Sporting both gauntlets and socks Hector in the ribs and uppercuts him in the jaw. Hector, not taking a beat lying down, dishes out some punches as well. He stays close to the floor in a low stance and moves around on all four. Naruto struggles with the gauntlet's weight but uses his chakra to make it easier as he punches Hector. Hector grabs hold of Naruto and lifts him up, punches him in the face a few times with a headbutt as an added bonus. Naruto guards against Hector and counters with a punch to the jaw, then the temple, and finally in the right eye. Hector is forced to drop Naruto and the blonde uppercuts the brute with both fists. Stumbling back, Hector shakes his head as Naruto punches his ribs, trying to cave them in. Hector runs over to one of the stone slabs, ripping it up with great strength, and tosses it at the blonde. Naruto rolls underneath the flying slab. The son of Heracles grabs hold of Naruto once more and lifts him up. Not letting the brute have his way again, punches the brute in the jaw, then the temple, and finally in the right eye once again. Hector throws Naruto across the ring and into the railing. The railing nearly gives out from the impact. Hector shoves his hands into the floor and pulls in with great strength, showing everyone that he is a true son of Heracles. The railing behind Naruto gives out and breaks. The blonde uses one of the spikes on the gauntlets to hold him from falling to his death. Pulling himself up and channels chakra to the soles of his feet, runs up the lifted ring, leaps into the air, channels chakra into his fists as he comes crashing down onto the lifted ring. The son of Heracles, who was struggling holding the ring up, wasn't expecting this sudden forced impact. Naruto leaps up and hits the lifted ring with another chakra-infused punch, then a second, and finally a third chakra-infused punch, causes Hector to lose his grip and falls to the floor with the ring crushing his legs underneath. Naruto, not taking a chance, stomps both of his feet onto Hector's chest and pounds into his face. The crowd becomes quiet as Naruto pounds into Hector's face. Naruto blocks everything out of his mind as the beating continues, showing no mercy since Hector wasn't going to show him any. Cracks start to appear from Naruto's punches. Soon the column breaks and collapses, taking Naruto and Hector with it. Naruto and Hector fall through the ground as the foundations of the column give out for the force of Naruto's chakra-infused punches. The blonde hits water below and struggles in the water before he breaks the surface, coughing up water, and he swims over to a ledge. The gauntlets transform into fingerless gloves with a metal plate on the back of each glove. He pulls himself up out of the water and catches his breath. The body of Hector is carried away by the current. Naruto reaches into his back pouch and pulls out a bag of ambrosia. He opens the bag and only takes a little bit and eats it. Any bruised, cracked, or broken bones heal along with any internal injuries. The blonde will remember Hector for his death by his hands. Naruto knew that he'd had to take a life in the career he chose, and came to terms with it a long time ago when he saw Haku die in front of his eyes. "I will remember your name, Hector, son of Heracles," says the blonde. Naruto doesn't wait for long as he gets up and wanders through the sewers, wandering through the darkness to find the light. Naruto begins to think on how to defeat Ball. The blonde knew he wasn't strong enough to defeat a god. There has to be a way to defeat Ball and come out alive. To defeat a god, to kill a god. Anchor, a voice whispers in Naruto's ear. The son of Hesha stops dead in his tracks. He looks around in the darkness. Holding out his hand, a small flame appears, lighting the path. Seeing that no one is there, Naruto continues onward. Anchor. Again Naruto stops and looks around. There is no one down here with him that he can see. Shifting his eyes around looking for what could be in the sewers with him. Why do I keep hearing anchors? Is anchor supposed to mean something? What could? Naruto stops in mid-thought. Ball has lost many followers over the years. Without so many followers, Ball must be struggling to keep his physical form, which would mean he needs an anchor to stay in physical form. Destroy Ball's anchor, free the people of Limnos from Ball. But would Ball's anchor be? Asks Naruto. The only place that Naruto can think of where Ball may keep his anchor would be at the palace. Making his mind up, he heads to the nearest manhole. Using stealth to sneak through the city and make his way to the palace undetected. He made his way into the throne room still undetected. "And you said that he would die," yelled Ball. "Relax. A second voice echoes through the throne room, who knew he'd defeat and kill Hector. He's from Delos, and they have strong warriors from there. If it was a normal demigod, well, you know what would have happened. Yes, I know what would have happened. Hector would have become Hercules' champion, and Lemnos would have had his blessing for years to come. Now it is all gone. Are you sure your father is going to be released soon? Asked Ball. Give it a few more months, but it will happen soon. The Greek pantheon will be in chaos because of Kronos. It's all falling into place like the scroll said. The Lord of Time will rise, the Lord of Evil shall be freed. The Nine shall become one once more. The Earth's champion will cast false happiness through the eye. The two brothers shall end everything. Just make sure that your anchor doesn't get destroyed till then. Oh, don't worry about that. No one will attack me. The Greeks and Romans have too much anger for one another to do anything, the Egyptians are locked up, the Norse have the Jotun to deal with, and the Hindu are trying to find eternal peace, says Ball. A new age is coming, and all the pantheons will be wiped out. The dice has been cast. Will the Blue Eye Sage save the world from death, or will the Red Eye Killer devour the world into darkness? The voice laughs, as it slowly fades away. Naruto was actually dumbfounded at what he just learned. First of all, there are more pantheons out there, and each of them are in trouble. And second, the world is in danger of something coming to cast darkness over it. But the blonde has more important stuff that needs his attention now. Looking throughout the throne room to see what could be Ball's anchor. Ball ruled Lemnos for hundreds of years, if not thousands. No one would attack him for either worshipping him or fearing him. Even with that, one can't be too careful. Most likely Ball had his anchor on his person. You can come out now. Ball says, as Naruto lands in front of him, I'm surprised that you're still here. I would have fled after killing Hector. That's where you were wrong. And hearing and seeing how you do things. I think Lemnos needs a new king, stated Naruto. Oh? And you to be king? Questioned Ball. No, I don't want to be king. But knowing that you aren't ruling these people will give me some rest. Now face me. Naruto demands. Narrowing his eyes are the blonde, you dare challenge a god? Shouted Ball. That's the plan. I, Uzumaki Naruto, son of Hestia, challenges Ball, god of fertility. Challenges Naruto. Ball stands from his throne, very well then, says Ball. Naruto throws a handful of shuriken at Ball. The god of fertility waves his hand knocking the shuriken down. 3 Narutos rush Ball. He punches the first Naruto in the face, causing it to dispel, kicks the second dispelling it, and shoves the third away which dispels it. Heat rod bursts out of the floor and pierces Ball's left shoulder. Grabbing the chain whip and pulling Naruto towards him. A fist meets Naruto's face, then grabs his vest and slams him into the floor. Naruto spits blood in Ball's eyes. The shinobi quickly scans Ball's body to find anything that might be a possible anchor. Ball grabs Naruto and throws him across the throne room, crashing into a pillar and goes through to hit a wall, then slides down to the floor. I will enjoy killing you, you little shit stain, yelled Ball. Bite me. Come back to Naruto. Taking the nearby flames, gathers them in his hands and throws them at Ball. Ball jumps to the left and is met by a shadow clone throwing fire at him. Ball shields his face and chest as the flames lick his body. Taking advantage rushes Ball with a shadow forming the Rasengan in hand. Naruto kneels down sliding and rams his Rasengan into Ball's unprotected stomach. The king of Lemnos slides back, dropping to his knees. Why? I am a god. How can you hurt me? Ball demands of Naruto. Because you agreed to duel me. It doesn't matter who you are, you have to follow the ancient laws for when a demigod challenges you. Naruto explains, as his gauntlets fold out. Naruto uppercuts Ball, grabs his injured shoulder, and slams him into the floor. Ball came back with a sharp kick to the stomach. Naruto doubles over. Ball knees Naruto in the stomach again, grabs his hands together, and hits Naruto's back, causing the blonde to hit the floor. The king of Lemnos grabs the back of Naruto's vest, and throws him into another pillar. The blonde groans, as he spits some blood out of his mouth. Slowly rising to his feet using the pillar as support. Ball smirks at the injured blonde. Are you ready to give you? Asks Ball. Fuck you. Naruto simply says, I don't know the meaning of giving up. Hearing Ball asking Naruto to give up re-energizes. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't give up. He doesn't know the meaning of giving up. Dashing forward, the blonde throws kunai at Ball. He just hits them out of the way. The shinobi uses that distraction to get behind the pillar behind him. Folding out his gauntlets, pumps chakra through his arms, and starts to pound into the pillar. Cracks start to appear at the bottom and at the top. With one final punch causes the pillar to fall over onto Ball. Ball bursts out from the rumble when heat rod wraps around his neck. Pulling with chakra-infused arms throws Ball across the throne room. The king of Lemnos flies through a wall, crashing through several other rooms. He finally comes to a stop when he hits a fountain in the plaza. Breathing heavy, Ball grabs hold of the ledge, pulls himself up. The people of Lemnos watch in shock, as their king is in the plaza's fountain. Naruto lands on the ground. He slowly walks towards Ball. Ball himself gets out of the fountain and trips over his own feet. The blonde steps on Ball's hand. Where is the anchor? Demands Naruto. That's what you're after. A shock ball asks. You aren't at full power. The only followers you have are the people of Lemnos. And with them seeing you panting, sweating, and bleeding, you are losing more power. You are growing weaker. Where is the anchor? Naruto asked once more. Go run to your whore of a mother, shouted Ball. But the strong uppercut Ball hits the ground. Naruto grabs and rams Ball into the fountain. A strong left hook, right straight, left hook, knee to the face, haymaker. Grabbing the king of Lemnos' throat with his right hand adding pressure as Naruto continues to beat Ball. When Ball called Hesha whore, Naruto lost it. That is one thing he will never allow anyone to say. He doesn't care who you are, be it demigod, god, demon, or monster. Naruto always believed in mercy, but there shall be no mercy. Naruto made it his goal to find a way to kill a god, so that he may kill Ball. Ball forever will be marked by Uzumaki Naruto. The shinobi holds Ball under the water. The god of fertility claws at Naruto's arms, trying to breathe, trying to get away. The punches start to burn, and leave burn marks. The hand around his neck burns through his skin, and is working through his throat. The king of Lemnos is feeling something that he'd never felt before, fear. Fear was taking hold of him. The fear of death slowly, but surely gripping him. Seeing only one way out of this, Ball grabs his neck underneath his toga, and crushes it. Black smoke comes out of Ball's mouth and eyes. Naruto lets go of the body that was once Ball's. Looking down at the body in disgust. Run, Ball. For I will find you, and end your very existence. I swear it's on the river Styx. Naruto swears darkly. The thunder rumbles through the skies. Naruto walks out of the fountain, and leaves. He heads towards the harbor, not looking at anyone, and not caring what they do. He spent too much time on Lemnos. He has to find Claris, and help her on the quest. When Naruto arrives at the harbor, Lilian is waiting for him with a sailboat ready to go. What are you doing here, Lilian? Asks Naruto. I knew you would come here. So I get you a boat ready. I have food and water along with some clothes, says Lilian. Grinning, thanks Lilian, and I kept my promise. You can now have children without the fear of missing out on their lives, and to see their children. I don't know what to say to Naruto. You have helped us with this. There will be hard times ahead, but we will push through them. I thank you. Think nothing of it. I did what was right. Now I must go and help my friends, says Naruto. The blonde gets in the sailboat. Lilian unties the ropes and pushes the boat off. Naruto waves to Lilian, knowing that she'll live to an old age. Just as the blonde sits down and sets course, Mio's jumps out from underneath the clothes, scaring Naruto. What the hell? Naruto shouts. Meow. Naruto stares at the cat. The cat stares back at him. You want to come along? Naruto asks the stupid question. Meow. I'll take that as a yes. Naruto deadpan. The boy and cat sail for hours under the hot sun. Boredom set in only after 1 hour. It didn't help that Mio's tried to catch some fish, which he quit after almost falling overboard. Staring off into the distance for signs of land, the blonde felt like he was losing his mind. I hate doing nothing, shouted Naruto. Just as he was about to close his eyes, the blind see a plume of smoke in the distance. Setting course for the plume of smoke. What's the worst that could happen? As the sailboat got closer to the plume of smoke, an island came into view. Slowly buildings and other ships came into view as the blonde and cat got closer. From what Naruto can make out, it looks like a spa resort. Ha, that's strange. Who would build a spa resort all the way out here? They mustn't get that many customers, thought Naruto. Scream snaps the son of Hesha out of his thoughts. Mio's begins to growl. Naruto picks up Mio's and jumps onto top of the water. He runs across the water, leaps up, and lands on the dock. Mio's jumps out of his arms. Fire bursts out of him, transforming the cat into lion form. Naruto sees several men running around the spa resort wielding swords, chancing women. They look like pirates. He quickly tackles one and knocks him out. Mio's pounces on another pirate, biting down on his neck, ending his life. Mio's, there was no need to kill him. Mio's just roared at Naruto before pounces on another pirate. What do we have here? Naruto turns to see this pirate was different from the others. He has a thick black beard and is wielding a cutlass. The guard for the cutlass is brass that curves to protect the hand from sword swings, and the blade is whiter than a normal cutlass with a red tint to it. Who are you? Naruto asks, as Epine folds out. I'm Blackbeard. And with how that shield came to be, you must be a demigod. Which child are you? Asks Blackbeard. Hesha. You? Asks back Naruto. Son of Ares. Blackbeard didn't give Naruto time to say anything else. He blocked Blackbeard's sword swing. The blonde takes out his kunai, parries another sword swing, thrusts his kunai at Blackbeard's right arm. Edward knocks the blade away, grabs Naruto's vest, and headbutts him. Blackbeard shouldn't have done that. There's one thing about Naruto, and that is his skull is really thick. Edward cries out as Naruto falls to the dock. The blonde grabs a nearby sword and swings it at Thatch. Blackbeard easily blocks it and kicks Naruto across the docks. Naruto stands up and glares at the pirate. You have a sword now. By the way you're holding it says that you prefer a shorter blade, most likely a knife. Who trained you, boy? Asked Edward. Claris, daughter of Ares, replied the blonde. Ah, the girl must be good from that stance you have. Show me what she taught you. Thatch swings his sword while Naruto parries it. Slashing close to the blonde's left shoulder, he switches to his unarmed hand, confusing the blonde. Using the distraction to sucker punch Naruto in the stomach. Watch both hands, lad, shouted out Edward. Taking a step back to block another sword swing, thrust, block, parry, block. It became clear that Edward is a better swordsman. He uses his height, weight, and experience to his advantage. Naruto's hands become numb from the shock of blocking Thatch's sword swings. The blonde starts to wonder if this is like all of Ares' children after years of war. But he notices that Blackbeard isn't outright killing him. It reminds him of how Claris would teach him to wield a sword. Then it dawns on the blonde that Blackbeard is teaching him in mid-fight. Your footwork ain't half bad. You can block and parry just fine, but how is your offense? Asks Edward. Naruto changes his footing and swings his sword at Blackbeard. He remembers what Claris taught him to have some weight behind his swings and makes sure to judge distances between each swing. Edward can see how the blonde is fighting and uses this to sucker punch Naruto again, causing him to drop to his knees. You need more training, lad. Thatch sticks his sword into the wood next to Naruto. Take that sword and become stronger, says Edward. Why are you giving me your sword? Asks Naruto. I don't know what history says about me, but I always look out for our kind. And you don't have no sword. Take that sword and you cat and leave, shouted Thatch as he turns and walks away. What about the island? Questioned Naruto. I take what I need and then I'll leave. You don't have to worry about the hostages. I don't like to spill needless blood. I wonder how the world has changed over the years, says Edward. Mio's changes back to his cat form. He walks over to Naruto and bites him. Ouch. Would you bite me? Shouted Naruto. Meow. Sighing, let's go and find the others, says Naruto. He takes Thatch's sword. The blonde looks at the cutlass and is lost for words. The sword is made from celestial bronze and iron, giving the blade the power to kill monsters and mortals. The cutlass become brass knuckles. He puts the brass knuckles in his back pouch. With nothing really to do, Naruto picks up and Mios runs across the water. He gets back in his sailboat and sets course once more. Night came soon after Naruto set sail. Sometime during the night, he sails past an island with a smoking volcano with lava going down its side. Sailing around the island a good distance, Naruto continues onward. Mist slowly starts to build up over the sea. Just beyond the mist is an island. The son of Hesha sails around the rock. There were old ships that weren't so lucky. There was an eerie silence as the mist became thicker. Then the most beautiful music hits Naruto's ears. The beauty causes the blonde to set course for the island. With the beautiful music playing, images appear in Naruto's mind. Naruto sees himself back in Konoha standing up on top of the Hokage monument. His face is carved next to Tsunade's face. He is wearing the Hokage robe, showing that he has finally become the Hokage that he always dreamed to become. No? Roars the Kyuubi. The image shatters like glass, switching to Camp Half-Blood. The camp is back to normal with Thalia's tree being healthy once again. Campers are running around having fun doing different camp activities. Chiron is teaching archers, Claire's teaching some of the campers how to properly throw a spear, Connor and Travis are getting in trouble by Katie. No? Roars the Kyuubi once more. The image shatters like glass, switching to a hill. Up on top of the hill stands a woman with 2 children, a boy and a girl standing beside her. Their faces are blurred out. Naruto can hear them call out his name, calling for him to come over. No? Roars the Kyuubi for the 3rd time. This time Naruto snaps out of the illusion. He is staring at what created the illusion, showing him what he wanted the most, the sirens. The dream of finally becoming Hokage, to see the camp back to normal, and finally to have a family. How dare you, Naruto quietly says. Epine folds out, and heat rod extends out. The chain whip becomes bright red. Naruto channels more of his chakra into heat rod, but the chain whip burst into flame, giving him a flame whip. The sirens hiss and caw at him. The sirens take to the skies. Stay, says Naruto in an eerie voice that echoes, you will stay on the ground. The sirens do, as they are told. He slowly walked towards them. Stalking towards them. Everything seems to slow down, as he thrusts his chain whip at one of the sirens, killing it. The other sirens take off. Stay on the ground, commands Naruto. The sirens once again do, as they are told. Heat rod wraps around a siren and burns it to death. Naruto continues to kill the sirens. Thus, ends the sirens once and for all. For this day forth the sirens never sang any songs again. This is the day that Naruto became known as the Siren Slayer. The end. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time, till then sayonara.